So let me pick up. This is the intro to digital media. This is it's very superficial. Let me show you how to connect to your FileZilla and this one with it as well. So this is part 3, step 3 in FileZilla connection on the web server. So if you're following along, it's this part right here. I will have the video link here. This is the video link. All right. That's you're actually looking at. So this is the part that you are watching, is this part right here. All right, so I'm going to actually take this part right here. This is the actual, after we do this, it belongs right here. All right, so I just want to let you know what's going on with it. So it's this part right here, step number 3, part 1 for the class project with it. So I'm at the virtual desktop right now. I have my email that I have open for the FileZilla that I sent to everyone with it, have that open, ready. The tool that we're going to use to connect to is the FileZilla connection. It's going to connect to the web server. All right. So here it's FZ. It's on your desktop. If you double click on it, it loads it on here like this, and just answer OK. That's fine. And when you get to this, you don't need to install a new version. Just close out of it like this with it. So on your email, this is very important. I'm going to share with you your email that I have. There's 3 fields up here. So the way how this that you're connecting to the web server, this first panel that you're looking at here, this is the status bar of the left side. This is the left side. So these 2 panels that I have here is your local drive. This panel is the status. The right side where my cursor is circling here is the web server, and this is the status bar of the web server. So inside of this, what I'd like for you to do is to take a look at this right now. I want to pull my email that we are looking at. Here's my email. I want to open up my email. I want to highlight, select SFTP all the way over the whole thing. Okay, so everybody's class is going to be different. This particular class is IMED 13.0, whatever this number in your email. Right mouse click on it, make sure you're in your virtual desktop. I want to copy that, make sure you copy your virtual desktop with it. Come over to the host, paste that in there, right mouse click, paste, or control command V, whatever you want to do with it. Here in the username, that's your web number. So in my email that I have, here's my username, is this right here. So I want to select the web with the 4-digit number. Okay, everybody's going to have a web number with it. Come over here to my username, paste. Now I want to pause the video. I want to not record my password. So I paste the password, the username, and from the information from my email. I click on Quick Connect. So it says I have the wrong protocol. Well, guess why? I purposely did this because I paste, it's an SFTP, and this is the wrong password that I paste on here. So let's come back to that email really quick. So I need to copy this SFTP. Make sure you select that SFTP and highlight the whole thing for me, okay? And right mouse click, and this is very important. If you're doing this in the web browser with it, click on copy. Usually there's a box that pops up with it, and I'm going to paste this in here. So let me scroll to the left, make sure it says SFTP, right, like that. Okay, make sure you have the SFTP in here, and then I'm going to click on Quick Connect. And once you have that, you can click on Save. It's not going to save it for you because it's a virtual desktop. It's going to wipe it off anyways. Click OK. All right, click OK. And this is the status bar it's trying to connect to. It says, access is denied, okay, because I don't have the right password connected to this thing. So just by checking this thing. So give me a second. So it didn't allow me to paste. I had to manually type it. I don't know, because in a virtual desktop, that's why I want you guys to do is to copy that. And what I would do is I would take that email that I had in there and copy it, and usually there's a box up here that will say allow you to actually copy. I don't know why my virtual desktop didn't pop up that message now with it. Let me see, maybe this is one of these right here. Yeah. No. So it's usually there's a box that you're allowing to copy this on the desktop with it. Now this should work now. Say this is the connection, how it works with it. So I have it all connected, the status up here, and once you are connected, it says successfully for this web directory 8034. It's connected. Make sure it says successfully. You're connected to this right now. All right. This is very important, folks. What I want to share with you is that this is finishing the step number 3. Okay, step number 3. The next step is you're going to actually come in and you're going to transfer the index to replace your page with it. So I want to show you this. Let me show you this. On your email, I gave you an email address, this web address right here. You see this right here? Highlight this email right here. Anything that starts out with HTTPS, that is your web address. So let me show you this. I want to hold down my control, click on this thing, so I'll open up another tab. This is this page right now. If you look at this web address right here, this is the default web page for your web address with it, and mine is 34. Right? I just want to make sure I got the right one. It's the same one. It says this is a temporary index page. The page that you just did for step number 2 is going to replace this page right here. All right. Even though it doesn't say index.html here, you are hitting the index. That's why index.html has to be spelled properly with it as well. So this is what you're replacing, is this page right here. All right. This is the page. You're going to replace this page with your page and your name and your information in here as well. So once you have this, this is how we're going to do it. Expand this left-hand side over here. This is my E7. All right. And then I'm going to navigate down to my OneDrive. Here's my OneDrive. Expand that. Find your course. I have several courses. So your course is whatever it is. This is 1301 FA. And if you go into class projects, expand the class projects. And it should look like this, right? So I expand my class project and it looks like this right now. All right. For this part 1 class project, here's what I need for you to do. You need to replace this index with this existing index. And it's going to ask you to override it. You're going to say yes. You have to mirror image. Mirror means to copy the exact replica of these two file structure, whatever file structure you have here, you're going to copy it over here. Does that make sense? So make sure I want to select all 3 of these, the 2 subdirectories and the file. I want to drag it to the white area. Don't point it to any subdirectories and let go. It's going to transfer in. It's going to ask me, do I want to override that index.html? I want to say override, OK. And that just happened. Now, let's come back to our web browser. Make sure you go back to your web browser with it. And I'm going to look at this page right. Look at this domain. I'm going to refresh it. And this is the page that I just did on step number 2. I want you to take a screenshot of this. Please take a screenshot of this. Use the snipping tool, grab the whole thing. So I'm going to use the snipping tool. And I would like for you to do new. Take the whole part, including the bar. Looks like this. All right. So I want to see your tab with your name. I want to see your name on here. I want to see this as well. All right. So 3 things I check for in this particular step. All right. Okay. So this will conclude the step number 3. Copy. You're going to copy this. Make sure you copy it. Paste this in step number 3 where I asked you to do. Okay. Very well.